Ready to take things to a new level? This is Level On Up with Sadia.
Welcome, Maxo. How you going, buddy? Long time no talk.
Hey, Scad, it's good to be back, but honestly, I feel like I'm on this show too much, but it's been over a year, and I'm like, oh, I wish you had me back, but here we are, we're on.
Always welcome. Now, you and I crossed paths back in Melamania days, and you just released All My Love, and you've released some bangers since, including this one, which I'm very excited about. Can't Hold Me Back. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's it took a bit of a break, but yeah, I'm back with this one. And it's a great comeback song. So yeah, Can't Hold Me Back. It's literally about just pushing through, not letting anyone hold you back, and just kicking goals.
Do you find that it gets stuck in your head? Because it was only released, Saturday, or was it Friday or Saturday?
Yeah, Friday, and yeah, definitely, it's one that sticks in your head, especially the nas.
A good earworm, indeed.
Yeah, I try to get the hooks in, so hopefully people will keep replaying it.
Well, before we delve too much deeper into what you've been up to, how's the TikToks going? Because I know that you were struggling a little bit last time we caught up.
Yeah, it's crazy being back. You forget how much work goes into actually releasing music and promoting yourself. And yeah, it's good to be back. And I've got a bit more of a plan now, so I've started to put up a few TikToks, and then going to keep kicking along, and going to start a Can't Hold Me Back challenge soon as well. So you're probably the first to hear about that.
Oh, what's this challenge? I'm interested. I might even give it a crack.
So we're doing the Maxo Can't Hold Me Back challenge, and ideally it's going to start out, you guys, anyone can comment in and set me a challenge to do, and I'll try to do it on TikTok. But also, if you guys want to jump on board, do it yourself. So like my manager had one, he's like, just punch a boxing bag as many times as you can in 1 minute. Or I came up with, the milk challenge. You got to scull 2 liters of milk in 1 minute. I go, see how that turns out. But yeah, like I'm open to anything.
If it's got coffee in it, I'll probably have a better chance of completing that exercise.
Yeah, makes you taste way better.
Well, I'm interested to find out and see what challenges are going to happen. You always like to have a bit of fun with your fans, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. Like that's my favorite part of the whole thing. Even like my live shows, it's my goal is to make you have the best night of your life. Like getting you involved, like getting you guys. Yeah, well, the fans are the biggest part to everything in music. Like I'm sharing my passions with you guys, and hope you enjoy them too.
And I bet you're enjoying getting back out there on the stage, because obviously musicians there for a couple of years couldn't go out and perform. Is the energy just as good or better than pre-COVID?
Yeah, definitely better. So I've only done a few proper Maxo shows since COVID's finished. So we headlined a festival last year, and I supported Reese Maston as well when I was in Canberra, and they're probably two of my favorite shows I've ever done. Like the crowd was on fire, everyone's just excited to be there, and it was like, yeah, I had the best time ever.
Well, I'm assuming you two boys would have got up to a lot of fun off the stage as well. He's got a good sense of humour, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely a legend, Reese. We were drinking there pretty late after on a Sunday night, so it was definitely fun supporting him.
Any shoeies?
No. So it was the first show I didn't do one, and it was good because it was like, usually you get a couple of my wild fans in there and they're just like shooey, but I was like, I wasn't going to say anything, and the crowd just loved everything about it, and like no one pressured me, and it was good.
And you've got the single launch in Canberra coming up soon too.
Yeah, so in less than 2 weeks now, so Saturday the 17th of June at Walsh's Hotel in Queanbeyan. Yeah, we got the launch happening there, so I got 2 supports on, Dan O'Kane, he's from Wagga, and another local, Leela, she's a Canberra artist, like just about to start out. So we're keen for that. I've just been chatting to the band organising them, and it's going to be a big one. So it's a free show too. So
wow,
we'll definitely pack out.
How long's the set going to be? Obviously, it's going to be a little bit longer than 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Is that how long the song goes for?
Yeah, I think it's 3 minutes and 14 maybe. I've been typing that in all the applying to things, but probably around an hour set. And sometimes it depends how good the shows go. Sometimes I'll stay on a bit longer and play acoustic as well, and throw in a couple just acoustic solo songs, because I can play forever. But yeah, just the dance set will be about an hour.
That sounds like a lot of fun. And obviously with a couple of supporting acts, it just makes the night even more fun.
Yeah, definitely. Like we could extend the fun. That's pretty much it. Like it'll be a good time, and I'll be kicking on. Like I'll be sticking around after anyway. Like so, drinking with who's ever there, and yeah, having a good night.
Is there any intention for a tour after the single launch?
I was planning one, but it's just yeah, it's a bit hard at the moment. Just like yeah, budgets and stuff, and especially the amount of content we got to do these days. So I thought I'd focus. We'll just do the launch for now, and then yeah, just keep promoting all my socials. Like yeah, doing videos, and I've got a couple support slots I'm on too coming up, and then probably come springtime, we'll yeah jump on a little bit of a tour. Definitely East Coast. Like try to yeah Sydney, Wollongong, Canberra.
Yeah, and one day Adelaide will get you there.
Definitely, it's the plan. I absolutely love Adelaide because this can't hold me back. I recorded down there as well. So yeah,
Really? Where did you record it in Adelaide? And why didn't you
um,
stop through and say hello?
yeah, I know I should have. It was so I wrote the song with one of my producers in Melbourne, Cam Bluff, and then we went to like we jumped in the record. I'm like, oh, I think this is an Ash song. So Ash, who did All My Love as well, so he's in Adelaide at Sky Recording Studios, and so I was like, I message Ash, I go, oh, any chance we could come over and we can put it together, the production, and then took it back to Melbourne and then mix and mastered it there as well. So it was cool having two producers work on it.
And if my memory serves me correctly, you managed to sneak in an game as well.
Yeah, we went and saw
I'm not
Port
stalking you.
Adelaide, Port Adelaide versus the D's, and yeah, the D's gave it to them, but it was cool. It was good to see a game in Adelaide Oval, so it's yeah, amazing stadium.
Are you a Demons fan, are you?
Nah, I'm a Swannies fan and a little bit of GWS, just because like they bring games to Canberra, but yeah, I'm pretty much I haven't been too busy to watch much lately, so I've been pretty much mainly rugby league. So the Canberra Raiders, they're going all right.
I was going to say, are you more of a rugby or an AFL? But you've just answered that one.
Yeah, so it's changed pretty much throughout my life because I played rugby union at school, and then so would go for the Brumbies. And then when I went off to university, I was playing AFL up in Wollongong, and yeah, then so I was more into AFL then, and then afterwards I sort of just yeah got on the Canberra Raiders bandwagon, and yeah, been loving my rugby league.
Do you miss playing it?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'll go watch the mates play every now and then. I'm like, oh, yeah, I could go for a run, but I'm like, nah, if I hurt myself, I'm done. Because, my weekends now playing a lot of pub gigs, it's like cover gigs as well. So, yeah, if I hurt my arm, I can't play the guitar. So, anything can't pay the bills.
Yeah, well, we need to do those, particularly, and congratulations, by the way, on your engagement. So I'm sure you're saving up for the big day.
Shit. Yeah, very much. Yeah, saving up for that, and yeah, just saving up for music as well because it's expensive. I'm putting all promotion back in. So like everything, it's been crazy lately. Just been yeah working during the days, then coming home running the dogs and doing music work at night, and then gigging as many nights as I can a week. So it's good. I got a gig this summer as well at the Canberra airport. So if anyone's around,
At the airport.
yeah. So yeah, they put on because the long weekend coming up this
Yeah.
weekend, and they always put on like yeah music for the events around there and around the precinct and stuff. It's really cool. I was like, everyone's like, oh, music at the airport. I'm like, nah, I've seen it when I was touring the States. There's a few airports that did it, and I go, it's such a vibe. I go, I loved it. And then everyone like that comes in and sees me, they're like, yeah, they love it too. Like rather than sitting there just yeah in quiet waiting for your plane.
Over the years, you've been known to fly over to the States and do a few tours. Is there any intention of doing that down the track again?
Yeah, so definitely. So my management's based in the UK at the moment, and yeah, we've been in big talks. So whether I get over this year, I'm trying to might try get over there, but because I got the wedding in September, I was gonna try going in October, but I'll see how my then wife feels. But if not this year, I'll definitely be over come March or yeah May next year for a couple of festivals and like a mini tour, and hopefully a couple big support slots. So we've been talking to yeah, a few artists trying to get on some bigger shows.
Is there much chance to collaborate with other artists when you're over there?
Yeah, definitely. So we'll organize like songwriting sessions and then like yeah, meet with other producers. And then I've got before COVID when I went over last time, like I went over and played BBC introducing and stuff like that and made a heap of connections. So yeah, I'll be literally get over and get stuck in, like yeah, write, record, shows, everything. So don't want to leave no stone unturned. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
What's the vibe of the music industry over there versus here in Australia?
It's just a bigger market. So yeah, it's like we got 26 million here, and it's pretty hard to cut through doing the sort of music I'm doing. So like you pop music, you singer songwriter, whereas over there there's more opportunity and like more festivals, more things happening. Like even in my press release, you would have seen like we're targeting this song more for the Northern Hemisphere as well. It's got that like pump up summer vibe too, but it also works for winter. It gets you out of bed on a dark, cold day.
And I do agree with that. As I said earlier, a bit an earworm, but for all the right reasons.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Speaking of earworms, do you have any particular song that gets stuck in your head, like, "And You Sail Away"? Oh, I might get that stuck in your head now.
Yeah. Not really, Like I'm always like I'm so bad for just making up my own songs in my head. Well, it's good because it's that the profession I'm in, but like yeah, I'll just like be humming along or sing along and then I'll quickly like put down a voice note or like write down a note. But yeah, no, I love everything too. So like my Spotify, I'm literally just discover weekly on a Monday, listen to everything, and I'm like, there's just so much good music out there, and like I love finding new artists and stuff like that. So I'm like, I go, I hope people find my stuff cool on this, and I like when I get on the Discover Weekly rotations, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I go, hopefully they're getting the same excitement I get from other artists, like finding new music that you love.
Do you think that the game's changed quite a bit since you first started? Because in some ways it's harder to get more exposure, but in other ways it's easier as well.
Yeah, it's definitely 100%. So it's easier, but a lot more work now because you got to do everything. So like before, when I first started, it's like literally just Facebook, and then my first US tour, I was going over like when I was on tour, follow me on Facebook, and everyone's like, oh no one uses Facebook anymore. We're on an Instagram, but I was already on Instagram, and now it's like got to TikTok. But yeah, and even like just songs have changed. Like even like back when I first started, I think it was between 3 and 4 minutes was perfect for commercial radio. Now it's like 2 to 3 minutes. So attention spans are definitely getting shorter.
What? Sorry, I lost interest. No.
Yeah. my answers are too long.
I guess with the way the industry's changed too, in some ways fans expect a lot more from you too, including a more personal side. How have you managed to keep that balance? Because obviously you still want to keep things to yourself, but in order to relate to your fans, they want more.
Yeah, definitely. So it's literally like you're living your own reality TV show now. So it's it's a big change because yeah, when you started, you sort of just posting like your single picture, like not doing many personal videos and stuff like that. But now it's like yeah, everything you're doing pretty much you can film and get it up there, and then yeah, bring them more into like yeah your personal life rather than just having you there as a musician sort of thing. It's like yeah, here I am doing another thing. I know I post a lot of videos of my dogs too, just home stuff, and yeah, obviously yeah, coming out on deeper stuff too lately.
Well, I was going to bring that up. You recently shared a very personal post. How's the best way to ask this question? What drove you to that point where you're like, enough's enough, I've just got to say my truth and get it out?
Yeah, it was playing on my mind. So obviously, I released Those Days. I think we did an interview for that as well a couple of years ago, during lockdown, and that was a tribute to my mate who got murdered here in Canberra. And yeah, I toured that, and like I thought I was in a good space there, and like it was good, like but it's sort of the court case dragged out, and like that was everything that came out in the court case. It just played on my head and just got worse and worse, and then I finally ended up breaking down. Yeah, the end of 2021 or something. So I released Feel Alive, and that was like sort of another song which stemmed from that too, like trying to pump myself up and like, help people out. And then yeah, just like it sort of overwhelmed me trying to so I took a step away and yeah, like ended up seeking professional help, like going to see a psychologist. And even I sort of mentioned in the post too, like my physical health wasn't that good as well. So obviously like drinking and the shoeies, it all catches up. And especially back in the day when I was touring, like you're on tour for 2 months and you're drinking every day and eating burgers and fries. So like I wasn't, yeah. So I've also been seeing a naturopath and like getting healthier and yeah, just changing my diet. Still don't mind a drink every now and then. I had to give it up for 5 months, but yeah, so like everything's coming back, and yeah, obviously the mental health stuff. So like seeing a psychologist and then just finding the right tools to help me with it, because like I get things out of my head, like the stuff from the court case was just replaying, and then like didn't know how to get rid of it. I couldn't sleep, and then like I'd wake up some days and it feels like someone's just standing on you, holding you down. So like I wouldn't go into work, and yeah, it's been nice, coming out, and like I don't think it would have sat right if I start releasing inspiring songs and stuff like that when like I don't give my honest truth of like what's happened to me, and try to, let people know the other side. And I know there's a lot of people out there, like especially us men, we suck it up, and yeah, we're told to suck it up. So like I want to let people know like, oh, this, funny shoey guy, like not too serious. And yeah, it does happen, but if it can help anyone out there, like to go seek professional help if they're going through something, it's
And it's
definitely. You go, yeah.
it's definitely fair to say the true strength lies in seeking help and knowing that you need the help. It's not strength by bottling it in whatsoever.
Yeah, no, 100%. It was like, yeah, it was too much, and like I'm glad I got my fiance Maddie as well. She was a real help. Making me go to the doctor first because I've also got a wart on my finger, and that was there. I cut it playing guitar, and apparently it's common, and it just never healed. And I was like, just tape my fingers up because I've already lost a nail playing guitar before, so just tape it up and keep going forward. But it was nice, yes, actually seeking help, and like moving forward, being able to get the thoughts out of my head and getting back to a better me. And yeah, like I've never felt this good for a long time. So it's been good.
Well, I'm extremely happy to hear that and super proud of you because, as you mentioned, men themselves in particular, it's hard for them to reach out. And I think it takes a real man to say, look, I struggle too, but I'm going to do the best with what I've got and make differences in my life. Obviously, music itself is very therapeutic and a great way of healing. What were some of the things that you did to pull yourself out of bed in the mornings?
Some days I couldn't. I'd call in sick, but most days it was like just get through it because I knew like once I was up, I'd get better throughout the day. And it's crazy, like everybody, since I've posted, I've had a lot of people reach out as well and tell me their story, and they even like run into people playing down at the pub. They're like, oh, like yeah, it's coming up saying thanks so much for coming out. Like this has happened to me, and it's crazy. It affects everyone differently too. So I had one friend, he came up, he goes, yeah, I'd be fine in the morning, but it just towards the end of the day, I'd get worse and worse, but I'd be completely different because I'd have the worst sleep. So like in the morning, I just couldn't get up. And then, if I got myself out of bed, put on those shoes, I'd slowly, gradually increase my confidence every day. And then fingers crossed, like it would go for the week. But yeah, I couldn't really tell until, I ended up finding those tools, and I lost it.
You're right.
To help me out. So
and I think I think the other key to success is to remind yourself how far you've come, rather than what you've got to what is still yet to overcome too.
Yeah, definitely as well. So like, it's always nice like looking back and being grateful for everything, and just keep trucking on, and keep moving forward.
Well, do you have any power anthems that you like to play to get you going, set you in the right mood? Obviously, Can't Hold Me Back is a banger and will help with that for others. Do you have any go-to tracks yourself?
I had a few like back in the day, like Cruella's Feel It Alive. I know it's called Alive, and then it's like a old like dancey one, but even Alesso and One Republic. If I Lose Myself Tonight, I don't know, it's just a bit of a pump up song, but I don't know, I just love everything. Even like one of my favorite songs is James Arthur's September, and it's just like, it's not even a pump up song, but it's just something about it, the emotion, and like it just makes you feel warm and like happy.
Well, I mean, music itself is very healing.
Yeah, 100%. So no, I absolutely love music, and I've got like my liked songs on there. It's like a million different artists, and like there's just so many. I just love inspiring messages in music, pretty much.
Well, I can't wait to see what you've got planned for the future in regards to other releases, because I would say pretty much every one of your songs is a pump up song. And I'm sure you get many stories and many people reaching out on your tracks and how it relates to them. What's one of the best feedbacks you've received on your songs?
There's been a lot. A lot of cool ones have been like a few of mine have ended up becoming their wedding songs, and I go that was like awesome. I recently played a wedding, and my first song was their wedding song, and since the first time she ever heard it, she goes, "This is my wedding song," and like every show should come say hi and say I'm whenever I'm getting married. Like didn't even have a partner back then. I'm coming along, but so like I love yeah cute stories like that. But then yeah honestly, like a lot of like Dreamer was a big one. Like that's a pump up, and I've seen like so many awesome comments and like feedback, and it's just like it's people's yes help. Like they put it on and they're ready to go. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on this podcast, so it's hard on like the songs.
Oh, well, do you have anybody performing at your wedding?
Yeah, I do. So I've got Ash Gale, my producer, who did Can't Hold Me Back playing. So I'm so stoked for that because it's been like a full circle moment for me because he was in the Sundance Kids, which were like pretty big back when I was growing up. They were one of my favorite bands, and they toured with like the Fray, Evermore, all that. And yeah, got back from the US and I knew I had to record some more songs, and I saw they changed their Facebook profile pic, and then I saw Ash was doing a solo career and producing. So I sent him an email and I said, "Oh, hey, mate, I'm looking to get a couple of songs produced and this is what I've done." And he's like, "Yeah, I love it. Like, come down." And since then, like, we've become good mates. Even hang on a sec. I've still got this frame. It's the Sundance Kids signatures when they were at 104.7 back when I was 17.
Oh, wow.
and
I bet
yeah,
at 17, you wouldn't have imagined being able to work with some of the people you look up to.
no, definitely not. Like I like doing music wasn't even on my radar then. So I was like, I didn't. My first gig was when I was no 20 years old or 19 years old, and that was my first pub gig. And it was the next day I went up to university to become an engineer. And as uni happened, I started playing more and more gigs and writing my own stuff, and ended up getting the record with Craig Portils, who does like Guns N' Roses and Guy Sebastian and Shannon Noll and everyone. And then yeah, it just literally kept going and going from there. So and I'm still on that roller coaster, and yeah, it's awesome. I absolutely love it.
It proves it doesn't hurt to be a dreamer. Boom, boom. Tss.
Definitely. And yeah, so yeah, it's cool. Went full circle. I haven't showed him I still got his signature from back then, when we first met. And yeah, now we'll be playing my wedding. So one of his songs is going to be our walkout song, which is cool.
Does he get a bit of a smile on his face knowing that you've still got his signature all these years later?
Yeah, I think he loves it. He won't admit it. He's like, "Oh, Maxo." No.
I mean, at least it's not a shrine.
No, definitely, yeah. So I'm not too crazy, but yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice being friends with like some of your idols, which is cool.
Is there anybody that, I mean, obviously everybody has a bit of a hit list they'd like to work with. Who would be on yours?
Definitely One Republic. So like Ryan Tedder, their lead singer, he's like one of my biggest inspirations. He writes for everyone. He's wrote that many number one hits, and like no one really knows about it. It's so cool. Like there was one point there, like the 8 songs out of the top 10 were all written by him, and now I can pick up what his songs now. Every time I listen, I'm like, oh, I bet you he's wrote that. So
It's
he's my number.
It's funny It's funny you should say that because when I was hosting Melomania with Holly, it's like, oh, and Ryan Tedder wrote that song, and Ryan Tedder wrote that song. Let's just change our name to the Ryan Tedder Show.
Yeah, no, 100%. So yeah, he's definitely on a hit list. Like whether they end up writing songs or like tour with them, and then yeah, definitely like some classics like your Goo Goo Dolls and even Imagine Dragons, Maroon 5, like they're my, obviously you can sort of hear their sound all collaborate in mine. Like that's where I get my inspiration. U2, Coldplay, like yeah, everyone.
Well, I hope the budget allows it because you do know One Republic are coming to Australia.
Yeah, they've already been.
Oh, they've been. We missed, yeah, they missed Adelaide again, but
Yeah. I missed. I was going to head up to the Sydney show, but I had a gig that night. So, but they'll be back, and yeah, like hopefully end up crossing paths because even like with my management in the UK, we've had some luck on potentially getting some big artists to support tour, which will be cool. And yeah, like yeah, we're pushing forward and going to try and jag some of those big ones.
Well, good luck with that. And I do believe that you've got a good chance with that because obviously with your talent and the songs you're releasing, and if you do get a chance to meet Ryan Tedder, say hi to him for me because he obviously doesn't know who I am.
No worries. Definitely will. I go, yeah, you know, Scad. Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, all good. So you've released this single. I'm assuming and hopeful at the same time that there's going to be some more new music on the horizon.
Yeah, there's definitely. I've got so last year I definitely spent a lot of time in the studio, and so I've got pretty much 4 ready to go. So whenever I want, which is exciting. Just have to decide which one to go. I knew this was going to be the first song, and then so I got 4 more ready, and I'm still writing. Like I've got some songs to finish off the Savo, and probably looking at. I'm doing a big campaign on this one, and then probably looking to release it before Christmas as well. Another one out, and then if not early next year as well, and just get back to the grind and start putting them out, and hopefully they just keep building and people people start loving it, I guess.
Well, good luck with picking which one you're going to release next, because that would be like picking your favourite dog in your case.
Yeah, pretty much. It's definitely hard, and like every song, like I'm like when we write, I go, this is amazing. Like you get so pumped, and then I listen to it about 1,000,000 times, and then we do a new one, and then you forget about the other one, and then you come back to it and go, wow, this is so good. I love this, and I'm like, even like Can't Hold Me Back. I've been sitting on it for like a year and a half. So
I was going to say, how much of a back catalogue do you have with stuff that still hasn't been completed?
Yeah, like a fair bit. And I've been writing a lot more lately. So I've been doing a bit for like TV and film as well. So like just building a big catalogue. So we've got stuff to pitch, and even if like something gets picked up before I've even released it, then like we'll probably release that first. And so I got a lot of songs written, and it's pretty funny. So my live shows as well. I was thinking that today. We got one song on there, and we've been playing it since I started. Every show, it's never been off the set list. It's such a vibe, and I've never recorded it. And I swear, like every show in the last few years, I've been like, "Oh, this song we might record and release it soon," and still nothing. But one day, but maybe I never will.
You're a bit of a tease then, by the sounds of things.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll just have to record it live and then put up a live version of it.
Have you ever done that before?
No, I haven't. So I've got like there's some live footage on YouTube and stuff like that, but never actually put out a proper live show or song onto any of the platforms. But I've definitely thought about it, and probably down the track, because the full band show is like awesome, because we've kept it pretty like raw, and it changes every show too. Like we sort of just feel the moment, but it's definitely they're huge.
Well, maybe it sounds like this song's the one to do it with.
Yeah, actually, definitely could be cool. I might set up some stuff at the launch and see how we go, because it would be fun, especially if the crowd like on the track, obviously the nas and stuff, that's all me. So just doing it in different voices, no. But if we had an actual proper crowd doing it, that'd be pretty cool too.
That sounds fantastic. Now, do you have any? Are you performing any songs at your wedding?
I don't think so. So I was like, because even my band's like, "Oh, are we playing at the wedding?" Like when they heard about it, and I was like, "Oh no, I don't think so." And then I was like, Maddie's like, it's it's my day too, and I go, maybe later. So we'll see. She goes, you can play one or two maybe later in the night, and Ash will have his stuff there, so it'll just be a little acoustic song. We'll see.
I often wonder how partners of musicians go. Does she ever turn around and go, just shut up? Like,
nah, she's pretty good, eh? Like, yeah. Nah, not really. She's always pretty good. Like, I'll just hide in here in my studio, and like, she'll hear it out there. But sometimes, like, I'll just keep going. And then sometimes she's like, shh, turn it off. But I'm like, no, but how good's this? And she's like, yeah, it's good. Go away.
Yeah, I often wondered what it'd be like dating a musician. It'd be very interesting.
No, definitely. But I don't like sing too much and stuff. Like she probably sings more than me just randomly around the house. So I'm like, I do it enough as it is. I have my break time not singing.
Well, that's a fair point too. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Well, I better let you go. Thank you so much for having a chat with us.
No worries. Thanks for having me again, Scad. I hope I be back for the next one too, so you can lock me in. Regular appearances.
You're already booked. Like whatever date you want, it's already booked ahead. So Slot's yours. You're a champ. And thank you so much for having a chat and obviously continuing to release great music. I really appreciate it.
Cheers. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy.
Follow Level On Up podcast on Instagram.